Tonight, find out how some students commemorate Constitution Day.
Plus, have you ever wanted to be something you're not? Well, there's a club for that. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Nightly News for September 17, 2013. I'm Christina Cook.
And I'm Courtney Addison. Thank you for joining us this evening. For many Americans, today was just Tuesday, September the 17th. But today, 226 years ago, 55 men signed a document that allows all Americans to claim their rights. What did you do when you woke up this morning? Did you turn on the TV, watch the news, or maybe even grab your phone to tweet about the day ahead? But did you ever think that without the signing of the Constitution, none of that would be possible? Today marks the 226th anniversary of the signing of the document, and two Troy University organizations decided to celebrate by making students aware of their rights.
We celebrate it by handing out free pocket constitutions to students here on campus.
Constitution Day is actually a celebration of the ratification of the Constitution that happened on September 17th in 1787. And the whole idea is to make people more aware of the Constitution and also that it makes them free.
And while many Americans tend to take the Constitution and our rights for granted, the Political Science Club and the Young Students for Liberty feel it is important to be educated and thankful, especially for anyone who is concerned with our country's future.
People are concerned about their rights, concerned about where the country is headed. The Constitution is kind of the foundational document to look at. Everything that the federal government does has to be in line with the Constitution. Everything's interpreted through it and its amendments. So actually having a copy of that and being able to reference it is very important to know what's going on.
This right here actually is what makes people, gives people unlimited freedoms and limits the government so that you can rise as far as you possibly can as a person, as an American.
Both organizations say today has been a success, but what do those organizations have to say to students who didn't stop by to grab their free copy of the Constitution?
You obviously have a right to not want one. You have your right to disagree. For people who are citizens of this country, especially people who are college students who are going to be future leaders of this country, whether in the public sector, private sector, or whatever, not care about the Constitution is a little, as a political science student, it's a little disturbing.
Oh, it's fine. That's your right, actually. The whole idea behind being free, it means that you are free to do or not to do. Activity is voluntary. So if you don't want one, that's okay, but you probably need one.
Today, students had the chance to write any message on the Freedom of Speech wall, but if you missed your chance today, the wall will remain on the social quad for the rest of the week.
And Troy's Office of Service Learning and Civic Engagement wants students to get more involved in civic issues. To do so, they hold a monthly civic engagement series, the first of which was held last night. Haley Greathouse has the details.
Students and community members came together Monday night for this semester's first discussion in the Civic Engagement Series.
Civic Engagement Series is a discussion series and speaker series where we have folks that come in from off campus that are expertise in their particular industry or area, and they speak to issues of societal and social concern.
Stephanie Baker, Director of Market Development at KW Plastics, was chosen to be the first speaker. KW is the world's largest plastics recycler, and the headquarters are located in Troy, Alabama. Baker spoke on a subject that she works with daily.
The sustainability regarding business and community practices. So we really took a step back and defined what sustainability means. It's a word we often use but very rarely know exactly what it means. And we talked about sustainability in terms of our approach to business and community applications. And we looked at the three-pronged approach of environment, economics, and social factors.
Baker has high hopes for the students who came out for the first discussion.
I hope that they will consider sustainability in each of those factors as they go into whether it's their careers, getting involved in their community, nonprofits, maybe a campus project. I think the concept is something that can be used really in everyday lives.
Haley Greathouse, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And the next discussion in the series will be held on October the 4th at 5 o'clock in Trojan Center Room 119. The topic will be bullying. Well, Courtney, it's a pretty common activity and occurrence for kids to dress up as kids.
Well, that's right, Christina. But that habit tends to kind of fade away as we grow a little bit older. But one Troy University organization is taking dress up to a whole new level. Sean Kent shows us more.
Troy University's LARPing Guild is looking for students to take part in their adventures. The new group held meetings on Monday to show interested students what the Guild is all about. Brandon Leard, the founder of the Guild, explains what LARPing is.
LARPing is live action role playing. It's not just what most people think battling and that kind of thing.
Zeth Velardo, a co-founder of the Guild, says that he is hopeful for the success of the group.
Considering the way that it exploded within like a week of campaigning, just with the chalk on the quad and around campus, I think once people really know what we're about, if we give like a live demonstration or anything like that, we'll be able to get more people involved.
Organizers say that LARPing can be a place for people to change into someone or something that they may have always dreamed of becoming.
When we're at college, we have to be ourselves, and some people don't like who they are, so it gives them an opportunity to completely reinvent themselves and become a whole new, different identity that they can escape from their life that they're living now and all the worries and problems that they're going through.
You create a character, you dress like that character, and you act like that character. You create a whole new personality, a whole new you. Basically who you would want to be in a fantasy world.
Sean Kent, Troy TrojanVision News.
The date for the first quest has not been set yet, but organizers say it will be around the end of October. Anyone is welcome to join the Guild, and if you're interested, you can connect with the officers on Facebook at Troy University LARP Guild.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Montgomery, Governor Robert Bentley said that the state is continuing to talk with International Paper about the future of its Lawrence County plant. However, company officials haven't indicated that there's anything the state can do to keep the 1,100-employee plant open.
And in Opelika, the man accused of fatally shooting an Anniston police officer has been found guilty of capital murder. Joshua Russell faces life in prison in the death of 27-year-old Justin Solohub. The sentencing phase of Russell's trial is expected to begin this morning. Russell's trial was moved to Lee County from Etowah County in an effort to find an impartial jury.
And also in Montgomery, motorists traveling Interstate 85 North near Montgomery may experience delays through September 24th. The Alabama Department of Transportation says intermittent lane closures and stoppages will occur on I-85 North at mile marker 14.5 between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Wednesday and Thursday, as well as Sunday through Tuesday.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the Trojan football team is preparing for Mississippi State and bringing a new threat to the field. Mitchell Spoon will have more when he joins us with sports. And now Mitchell Spoon joins us with sports. So Mitchell, it seems like it's been quite some time since we saw the Trojan football team in action, but now they're really gearing up for Mississippi State. What can we expect to see on the field this Saturday?
Well, hopefully we can expect to see 0 turnovers and an improved defense, but I'll get more into that starting in sports. On the football team, when you think of the Trojans receiving corps, the main name that might come to mind is Eric Thomas. But there's another wideout that is well on his way to having a breakout season. His name, Brian Holmes. After receiving only 1 catch last season, Holmes has stepped up in his role as a wide receiver and contributed greatly to the Trojans' early season success. The sophomore has 13 receptions for 200 yards and a couple of touchdowns to go with them, and is only 1 reception behind Troy's leading receiver, Eric Thomas. Quarterback Corey Robinson praised how much Holmes has developed early in the season, while Holmes himself says he's loved the confidence that he's getting on every play.
You could see it in his eyes all summer and all spring that he wanted to make a difference on this football team, and he's got the skill set to do it. I think it was a breakout game for him the other night, hopefully. He's got the speed to run with anybody, I think, and as long as he continues to focus, he's a young guy, so we got to keep his focus level in there. And as long as we do that, Brian's going to be a good player for Troy.
And it feels good. I mean, I can make plays. I just got to believe in myself. And, when the ball came my way, I just made plays on it. And it'll help me out through the rest of the season. I think that it'll help me, my confidence, and it'll help me make more plays down the road.
Holmes will be counted on to continue making big plays when the Trojans travel to Starksville, Mississippi to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs on Saturday. And Troy University's men's basketball team and head coach Phil Cunningham have released their schedule for the 2013-2014 season. Troy plays 14 games at home inside Trojan Arena this season. The Trojans begin the season with a road trip to Ole Miss on November 8th. From there, the team will return to Troy for its first home game of the season against the LaGrange Panthers on November 11th. Two notable games are against Ole Miss and a trip up to Manhattan, Kansas to take on the Kansas State Wildcats. But the farthest for the Trojans won't take place until December when the team travels to Utah for the Basketball Travelers Classic. Conference play won't begin until 2014, and the Trojans will face every Sun Belt Conference team twice. 7 of Troy's 9 home conference games will be played as part of a doubleheader with the women's team. And the Trojan volleyball team is set to take on the Hornets of Alabama State tonight after 2 weeks of being on the road. The Trojans are coming off of their first ever win over an ACC school after beating Georgia Tech on Saturday. Senior libero Courtney Cohen has posted at least 10 digs in 15 straight matches and is just 31 shy of setting the Troy all-time career record. Alabama State is coming off of a 3-1 showing at its own ISTAP Collegiate Cup. The Hornets defeated Arkansas Pine Bluff, New Orleans, and Savannah State with their lone loss coming at the hands of Jacksonville State. Head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick expects a good showing from his team.
I expect them to be ready to go. I mean, anytime you can play at home, and it's only the second time we're playing in Trojan Arena with 3.0 and 3.5 club tonight, we expect them to be ready to perform and perform at a high level.
Trojans are 26-0 against Alabama State, including a 13-0 mark at home. First set is scheduled for 7 p.m. inside Trojan Arena. So, Courtney and Christina, hopefully that the Trojans can get their win inside Trojan Arena, this being their second game of the season at home. And good luck to the football team on Saturday when they travel to Starksville to take on the Bulldogs.
Exactly. Best of luck to the Trojan football team as well as all Trojan athletics, and hopefully they'll have good weather for their traveling. Thanks.